grew up, growing up, my grandmother was a house mother for a fraternity. She was a house mother and cook for a white fraternity. And I watched them be alumni. And watched them be alumni. Well, they were the university, the college she was at was Westminster College. It's a very prestigious college. Actually, is where Winston Churchill delivered the Iron Curtain speech in Fulton, Missouri, at Westminster College. And so the fraternity house, she was a mother to them. And so I watched them all the way until she left this earth. The fraternity boys were her pallbearers at her funeral. When she retired, they paid off her house.
Wow.
So let me bless you with this, because this is forever special to me. I graduated in 2004. So did my grandma. Westminster College gave my grandmother an honorary degree because her boys advocated for the fact that they said that they learned more from her than they did most of their professors. And so they said it didn't set well with them that she did not have the same degree as they had. So in 2004, my grandmother traveled to Tennessee State University to see me get my degree. And when I went home, we celebrated her getting her college degree. So I learned how to be an alum by watching what they did. I watched them come in and they visited the people that mattered to them. They visited her. They didn't just get drunk and they didn't just go to the parties. They spread it out. And what I call the all of the above. They were all of the above. They came and they had a good time. They visited people who mattered to them. They gave. They made sure that they went back to the fraternity house to make sure that the boys were taken care of, to make sure that they were keeping the house clean, to make sure that everything was taken care of. And then they would make time to go see the university president. They did all of the above. And I think that that's what I want to encourage TSU alums to do. Be everything. Don't just choose. This is not multiple choice. You don't have to choose A. You don't have to choose B. You don't have to choose C. If it is going to be multiple choice, do it all.
Create your own lane.
Do it all. You can do it. You can do that. There is a space for everyone to do something for TSU. And if you don't like what's presented to you, you create something else. That was what I did with the Big Blue Giveaway. You know, a lot of people participate in the Big Blue Giveaway. This is 10 years, celebrating 10 years of the Big Blue Giveaway. And that was something, and I'll be honest, this is the first time you will get this. That was produced when I did not have a job and I was sleeping on my cousin's couch.
Wow.
People had no clue that was what was going on. But I had moved to Las Vegas and I had wanted to start my speaking career. And so I said, let me go to Las Vegas. I'll live here. I can wake up. They can give me the travel money and I can pocket that because I won't have to travel and I'm just going to work these conferences. But in order to do that, I had to leave my job in Missouri to go there to do that. So my cousin lived there. He was in the Air Force. He had a family. They allowed me to come stay with them so that I could figure out my life in Las Vegas. And so I was sitting on the couch one day and it was the centennial. And I was sitting there and I was actually watching. And it's really crazy where you can get ideas and how people change. I really wanted to be on The Apprentice. I just wanted to be on The Apprentice. I told you I wanted to do reality TV. And so this was before Trump became Trump. He was Trump back then. But I will never forget watching an episode of The Apprentice, and he fired, her name was Brandy. She was a former Playboy bunny. And he fired her because he was like, well, did you call Hugh Hefner? And she's like, no, I didn't call him. He's like, you're fired because you didn't use your celebrity. Ooh. And so I was at that point in Las Vegas, Facebook was just kind of jumping off. And so I was using Facebook, putting up quotes. People were liking my quotes. I was building a following. I had reconnected with a lot of people who connected with Charles in Charge and connected with BB and Mr. TSU. And so when he said that, even though I did not have a job at that point, even though I was still trying to figure out my life, it rung so true to me. What are you doing with your TSU celebrity? And so how can I celebrate the centennial in a way that is so me.
Mm.
And so what I did was, the other thing that I'll tell you about my grandmother, she was an extreme coupon shopper. And so then people who would go on Oprah and they'd be like, I just bought $300 worth of groceries and I only paid 1 penny. That was my grandma. So my grandmother would fix care packages and she would send them off to anyone who was in college, anyone who was in school. And she made sure that everyone had everything. Like, the joke when I was in school was people would come by the closet because they knew that I'd have toothpaste, I'd have toothbrushes, I'd have body wash that she sent. And so I combined her mission with Donald Trump saying, what are you going to do with your celebrity? And so I came up with the Big Blue Giveaway. And so for those of you who don't know what the Big Blue Giveaway is, the Big Blue Giveaway is where I challenged in 2012 at our centennial homecoming, I challenged alumni to fix a care package or write a check or get gift cards or just get some items and randomly bless a student. You don't have to know them. You don't have to they don't have to have any special GPA. They don't have to qualify. Simply because you saw them and they were the lucky recipient that you chose, they're going to get blessed. And so it's blessed hundreds of students up until this point. Again, we're celebrating 10 years. My favorite giveaway was I went to Boyd Hall and I asked one of the RAs, I need someone to give this to. And so I saw this dude who had a crazy look on his face. And I was like, I want to give it to him. And he's like, no, anyone but him. He's like tripping. He's not acting right. I don't even know if he's going to be here next year. And I was like, that's exactly who I want to give it to. And so I pulled him aside. I took him over into a corner and I was like, this is for you. And it was a huge basket full of stuff. He's like, what is this for? Like, this for me? You serious? This is for me? I was like, yeah, this is for you. I want to just give you something. And he's like, man, I don't deserve this. I don't need this. I was like, no, you deserve this. And I was like, and I need for you to know that you deserve this and know that you don't have to do anything special for someone to do something nice for you. It's like, but one thing that I need you to do, I need you to turn around. Whatever's going on, whatever's like mad, sad, whatever's going on in your world, I need you to turn that around and realize that there's so many people who want to be here in the space that you're in. And for whatever reason, they couldn't be here and you get to be here. So you got to be here differently. And so I just gave that to him and I walked away. And usually what's interesting is I usually get their contact information and I usually keep up with them. I wanted to just drop that with him and move along so that he could sit with that. Sometimes you have to drop something and drop a seed and let it grow when it grows. So I don't know what that did for him. I don't know if that helped him. I don't know whether he changed. I don't know whether that's a major part of his life, but I will never forget that people will try to stop you from blessing people. They don't mean any harm because they have criteria for who should be blessed. But in this world, there's no criteria for who should receive a blessing. And sometimes the person who would be least likely to receive your blessing is the most likely person that you should make the recipient of your blessing. So that's the other thing that I believe within this whole alumni experience. Bless an alum, bless somebody, bless as many. On my Instagram, I just changed it. I used to have be a brand that blesses. That's what my personal mantra is. I want to be a brand that blesses.